Hello, everybody. Today we're taking a look at NeuronWriter. This tool has been on AppSumo for a very long time, I think for like 2 years now. And there's 741 reviews, almost 5 stars. That's really difficult to get. They got voted for AppSumo's 2023 Tool of the Year. And honestly, if you look at the reviews, there's a couple of one or 2 star reviews that honestly don't make sense to me. Like one person was saying how the tool will help you write better SEO article, and that's all. But I mean, like that's what it's good at. It's like it helps you improve your content. They have you can buy up to 7 codes, and the more codes you have, the more AI credits you get. So I'm on tier 3. I have 3 codes, but on the first code, first year is $90, and you get 25 content analysis queries per month and 15,000 AI articles, and then 30,000 and 50 content analysis queries. And for tier 2 and above, you get Chrome extension capabilities, you get templates, content ideas, content plans, and tier 3 and up, you get plagiarism checkers, auto insert terms, bring your own OpenAI API key, Zapier integration, auto optimization, and 45,000 AI credits, and 75 content analysis queries per month. And you can create 10 projects, up to 10 projects. So let's get to the tool. So when you first land on NeuronWriter, so I think the UI is sort of outdated. I feel like they can improve the UI and make it a little bit more nicer, more elegant and pleasing. But the tool itself, in terms of functionality and performance, is amazing. So what you want to do is you want to create a project. And once you create a project, you can go in there and you can start with a new query. And then, so say for example, there's 2 things you can do. You can create new content with that query, or you can optimize the content you already have. So when you go to optimize content, take any page or URL you have, and then let's go to my website. I'll take an article that I have already. Let's do maybe like the latest one. So I used Video Tap, which is another LTD, and I converted my YouTube video into a blog post automatically using AI. So I'm going to take this one. Let's go back here, put that here, and because it's studying flowcharts, I'll do like use AI to create flowcharts. And because I'm in Canada, let's do that. And then, well, I'm going to do the United States because that's where I want to rank. I'll do that. I have advanced settings as well, where you can take competitor URLs that you think are useful, and then you can also add additional keywords as well, but I'm not going to do that. Start, and what it does, it's working. And the same process would be to create a new content piece as well. So say for example, how to use AI to create flowcharts, and I'm going to do United States, and start. And while it's doing that, I already did a couple of these ones, which I'll show you now. So I wanted to create an article on how to humanize AI content. And so I have this piece, and the article actually was auto AI generated using Junia AI. And I already made a video on this. If you guys want to take a look at that, I'll leave it in the description box below. But I'm just going to paste this. And so there's a couple things you can do here. So you on the far right, you have a score. And you can actually select the top 10, top 30, custom selection. Let's do the top 10. And then, so I'm only getting data from like the top 10. Actually, I will probably modify that. I want to do a custom, not top 10. Let's go back here on the custom selection. And I already selected a couple of these. So let's do custom. Let's see if I can top 10 humanizers. So I'm not looking for tools here. What I want to do is how do we humanize content? Okay. I guess reloading. Custom selection. I don't want to do the top 10. So let's go back here, and let's just do the ones that actually answer the question, how do we humanize AI content? I'm not looking for tools here. So let's see something that is more relevant. How to humanize AI content. That's another one there. Maybe another one here as well. This is a Reddit post, so I'll add that here as well. And let's see if there's anything else that I can use. Okay, I'm just going to use that. So I'm just going to do those 3 because I find those are the most relevant. And it's going to take that and it's going to it's going to go back, and then it's going to, so now I can reload it. So the score is going to be more relevant to what I want to rank for. And you'll get to see a score there very soon. Let it load. So a score of 63. So now I have a score of 63. Now there's a couple of things you can do as well. So it's telling me I can definitely improve the title. I can improve the terms in the content. And when you scroll down, it tells you how often you have certain keywords. Like for example, AI generated. I have that occurring 21 times, but they suggest 3 to 9 times. And then you can also add more of these keywords. So there's a couple AI, so you can auto insert some of these keywords into the content. So right now it's a score of 63. What I'm going to do is I'm going to auto insert the keyword. So let's click on auto insert. Okay. And it's loading, and it's going to use GPT-4o. And now it gives me suggestions as well. So I'm going to just accept all of this. Accept it, accept it, accept it. I'm not looking to see if it's good or not. Like here, you can see by weaving, this is generally AI generated content. So I will probably make another video. I've been in the process of trying to figure out how to humanize this content. I've tried a lot of different ways, and I'm not 100% there yet, but I think I'm getting close. I will probably make a video on this sometime soon on how we can take some of this content and actually humanize the content, but I'm not going to do it in this video because it's going to be too long. And so I got a score of 65 now, which didn't really do much, I think. Did I get all that? Oh, show. Okay, and so I think I got all that, right? So I'm gonna quit that. And all terms. So you can actually filter by the ones that you haven't used. So let's go to not used. And let's say, for example, we want to add GPT-4. Is GPT-4 in here at all? Sorry, control find GPT-4, and it's not even there. So let's click on GPT-4 and see if we can. So here are some options you have. You can exclude it from suggestions to make that score higher. Let's see here. Highlight term and text. Because it's not there, it's not going to highlight it. How do I add term to project keyword list? I'm just trying to figure out how I can add it directly in the content itself. I guess not. Oh, so there's an add section here. So I'm going to add again. Oh, no, you can add other keywords as well here. So for some, okay, I guess I'm not sure how to directly insert it, but let's just to give you an example, I'll just write GPT-4 here, GPT-4 space, and once it analyzes again, it should be able to, oh, GPT-4, so -4, and it should theoretically just, yeah, see, that's gone now. So yeah, so if I filter by all terms, and I search for GPT-4, GPT-4, so I scroll up GPT-4, and you can see 1 out of 1, 3. So yeah, so that's the basic gist of how to optimize content. The score is basically based on how often these keywords show up. So the more times it shows up, the higher the score. Now, as someone who does SEO as sort of part of my day job and as well as client work, this is not going to get you ranking at all. First of all, this is AI content for the most part. The score itself, it just means that you use commonly occurring terms that is found in other competitor content. It's just one metric you want to look at. You need to make sure the user experience is good, the flow is good. It actually helps the user. It's humanized and it doesn't sound AI. There's a lot of things you have to look at, backlinks and domain authority and all these things, right? Retention rate and engagement practices, adding certain elements on the website to actually engage users. So these things, so yeah, the score is just something it's just to make your article a little bit better, but it's not, there's a lot more you have to consider. Now let's go to some other things you can do as well. If you click on that, you can check for plagiarism, which I'll click on this now. And so so in my plan, I have 75 per month. And I'm going to click on that, and let's see if it gets it. This might take some time. Let me duplicate this while it does that. And I want to show you some other things you can do. So while it's checking for plagiarism, you can also internal link suggestions. If I click on this, I guess I can't do that. Let's go back here. You can connect it to Google Search Console, and let's look at this is where I find very powerful that a lot of tools don't actually have. So you have the content competition on, I guess, an average score of 65, or is that the score we have? You can check the top 100 previews for that keyword. This is a snapshot of Google results, and you can see all the all the tools that are ranking for this tool. It's basically tools that are ranking rather than articles. So maybe I need to target a longer tail keyword, and you can look at a bunch of information here. You can look at the actual school content score based on what we're being scored on. So we have a score of 65, and Humanized AI has a score of 73, 71, 63. So I think we're around the ballpark there. And you can actually check page authority, Moz page authority, see how powerful the page itself is. You can see like the page authority for this one is pretty high, which I also, this is the one that this page here is also the one that I'm trying to compete against. You can see on the page title, you can see the language set, you can see the average content, how many words they have. So the word count 3,700, 5,000. This one has 3,100. Some of these ones have less than 1,000, and there's other things you can do as well. So you can look at competitor structures here as well, and you can look at toggle on and off, and you can see the H1s, H2s, and H3s for each competitor for this specific keyword. You can look at the schema and what kind of schemas they have as well. It gives you a better idea. You can look at the titles, just the titles. You can look at descriptions as well. You can look at H1s, H2s, and H3s. I really like to look at H1s just to see, hey, what is an H1 that people are usually, and you can see how often the count is. So 15 count is not SEO best practice. You can look at the H2s and H3s, and you can also do competitor breakdowns as well. So you can look at for example, let's look at content quality and content volume. So you can look at the article content length in words, and you can see on average how that looks like in a graph. I'm gonna get rid of this. You can choose multiple of these. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's do a readability score. So you can see the readability score is around 50 or so. You can see a content score. So the content score is definitely based. You can look at this and see like anyone who has a higher content score generally does rank higher. So yeah, that's a good graph to look at. You can also look at the page authority as well. Let's like page Moz rank. Let's do external links as well. Some other information. Let's look at the SERP layouts and features. You can look at if they have images, videos, iframes, tables, all that information. Lots of information that you can use to make your content better. You can look at the related keywords as well. You can look at content terms, so other terms that they use and the importance, how much of it is in the title, etc., etc. So a lot of information that you can use to actually make your content better. So let's go back to the plagiarism thing. And so the plagiarism check output is your text is 100% unique. We found 0 similar sentences on 0 sources. So I'm going to save that. And yeah, so overall, I think this tool is really good to improve content. There's also other things as well. If you go to settings, you can select the default search engine. For the content scoring, treat the title as H1 when H1 is not present in the editor. So there's other things for keywords. For example, you can have enter keywords you want to rank for in search engines. You have competitor stuff, so one per domain, integrations as well. So you have the WordPress integrations. Overall, I think this is a great tool. Let's look at this tool. You can find new ideas as well, and it's generating new ideas, I believe, based on this this article. So let's wait until that loads. While that's loading, you can manage your team here, and you can create a content plan. So let's go to the content plan. I did one already for SEO. So let's click on that, and you can write for SEO. So instead of, if you don't want to, if you don't want to create a new query right away, you can just create a content plan and then write later on. So that's like, if you click on write, then you can do the same process all over again. And then you can also manage content as well. So if you want to schedule something to publish, you can manage this. Normally, I don't use this feature. I try to do this in Google Sheets or some other tool that I use that I'm more comfortable with. And so it did the whole content idea thing, and you can add it to your content plan. And so, for example, best humanized AI, AI detector, AI in customer service. So let's actually choose something like, for example, um, human machine interaction, natural language processing, maybe AI in education. Let's do that. So now that's in the content plan. So if we go back to performance content plan, you'll see that here as well, AI in education. And so you can actually write, so you have SEO, AI in education. You also have search visibility as well, which I don't really do. So here you can see the domain visibility. This is for Google Search Console data. So you can look at that over time, and then top keywords from Google Search Console data. My website, I haven't really focused on SEO because I do a lot of client work and I just don't have a lot of time for my website, but you can see some of that here as well. So just Google Search Console data in general. So overall, definitely highly recommend. You only have 4 days and the deal will be done. So I would highly suggest you get on that as soon as possible. And yeah, until next time, take care and bye.